an opportunity of seeing anything beautiful, for beauty is God's handwriting. Quote, unquote, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dr. Tapaswini's Corner. That's me, and I work as a head and neck cancer surgeon. Today on the program, we have an exceptionally talented beauty queen, Mrs. India 2021, Smitha Prabhu. You wear several hats of achievements and carry them with ease and elan. You are an actor, a wellness and an educational entrepreneur, a globetrotter, credit analyst, a corporate woman, wife, and mother, all beautifully blended into one. Besides all the accolades won over the years, your talk show, Maitri, and unscripted icons have gained a lot of popularity in the country. Welcome to the program, Smitha. Indeed, an honor and privilege to have you on the show today. Welcome, Smitha, and it's indeed a pleasure, our honor, and a privilege to have you on the show today. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tapaswini. It was a lovely introduction. It's my pleasure to be here today at Dr. Tapaswini's Corner. Also congratulate you for doing such wonderful work and adding so much value in terms of medical science and also social media in general. I think I'm privileged today. Thank you.
Thank you, Smitha. So let's start the talk, and I'm very curious to know, winning this title, was it something like a dream come true?
I must say absolutely yes, because for married women in India or abroad, I mean, to consider as a beauty queen, because it's a stereotypical that yes, Miss India is much more, looked upon to that is my dream, becoming Miss India. But after marriage and after children, for married women to be in this phase and to win this title, it's definitely very exciting, and it was a dream come true for me.
Lovely. So what was the first thing that crossed your mind when you were titled and when you were crowned? I can see that beautiful crown on your head.
Thank you so much. I think I could see my 5-year-old self, if I may say so, because I always had this in mind, from that young age, looked in front of the mirror. I always used to enact and, have this very judgmental feeling that, oh, yes, I belong somewhere else. But on that stage, on that day when I won the crown, it was the same feeling. I could see like the 5-year-old me kind of jumping with joy. So that feeling never went away.
So you trusted your potentials, your capabilities. Is that? Yep. I love to read a lot of philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. And he said, purity, patience, and perseverance alone lead you to success. So what are the virtues which helped you to climb the pedestal of Mrs. India?
I think it's very similar, because I consider Swami Vivekananda as the guru himself, See, the thing is, it's the same mindset. I mean to say positive mindset, patience, and perseverance. I think the 3 P's are extremely important, and it'll take a long way to each individual, because if you have a positive mindset and patience and perseverance, the not giving up attitude, every time you fall down, it's okay, you get up. Wow. Every time there is a challenge, it's okay, you cross the challenge. So that patience and perseverance and positive mindset, I think that'll take any individual to greater heights.
So beautifully said, Smitha. And also, having faith in yourself. As I said, you must trust your capabilities and potential and having a lot of faith. Do you think your life has changed after the award?
Absolutely. I think I'm more confident. I was confident earlier. I mean, I was in theater. I have done a lot of shows in school, colleges. But this winning has defined that I am more confident in whatever I do. It's okay. People talk. there's a lot of negativity around you for anything that you do. So,
Mhm.
there was like, after marriage, there is a typical mindset in the society as to, okay, you're this, you can't do this, you can do this, but you need permission to do this. I had a lot of thoughts in my mind when it came to what should I do, what should I not do. But I listened to my heart, and I think I'm here today because of that confidence. And of course, you need parent support. My father, I mean, he used to always say, do whatever you do, be the best in it. So it
Wow.
doesn't mean you need to climb Mount Everest and get accolades. You can go to a hill, do it with honesty so that you reach that satisfaction in your mind. So I think I believe in that.
Absolutely. And I fully agree with you. Now, if we look at our country, it's got such a rich cultural heritage. We have around 780 languages, 28 states, and 12 different major religions. And the four BHS, what's that? And that's Bhasha,
Yes.
Bhojan, Vesh, and Bhajans. All of these identify our culture. So, did your cultural upbringing in any way influence your performance on the stage?
Absolutely, I can say the stories of Ramayana, Mahabharat. Being a Hindu in our household, it was very common to listen to stories from my grandmother, grandfather, especially. So it was fantasy, obviously. Oh, there was this kind of, even when I relate to what I won, the crown, it was a fantasy for me. I mean, it's like a dream come true. But the cultural background you're saying is extremely, I think it shapes the mindset of a child. So that's
Right.
why in our culture they say bhajans, they say Ramayana, Mahabharat. You take any character for that matter, Ram portrays a lot of self-esteem and being honest. Hanuman shows that service mentality, and Krishna shows that this life is beautiful. Each one has a different perspective to life. So when you imbibe those characters in you, it definitely adds value to your performance.
So beautifully said, Smitha. And, to add something, so we have so much of unity in diversity. That's the typical feature of our Indian civilization. Now let's take a glimpse into your childhood. I have read that you were quite rebellious and very defiant, not really willing to look into what you are being told by your elders, wanting to have your own ways. But then with time, you have, thoughts and actions which have got more structured and more streamlined. So how do you think, and why do you think it is good to be a disciplinarian?
I would say I started off when I was, I think, 3 years old, asking why. Why should I do this? Why should I light the diya? Why should I take rounds in the temple? Why should I, a lot of whys and whys that came up to my mind. I had my grandfather at home. He was retired and he used to always wait for my questions. Anything I do, okay, she's going to ask a question. Every time it's like, my parents used to be like busy with all the other things. They were working and all this. Like, okay, no asking why. It's just doing it because it's been done from generations. No asking why. Then my grandfather was like, okay, it was okay for me to ask questions to him. Then I understood there is an answer to every why. So that was more rebellious for me. The more they say don't do it, I was the person who will do it. So this was the mentality I had, the kind of mindset I had from the beginning. So I was more tomboyish, I can say, because I always playing cricket, running around and then having cycling races or whatnot. I was like, like a squirrel, just jumping around. So my mom and my cousins used to say, no, you should be like this, sit like this. You're a girl. You can't do ninja acts when you're a girl. So there was a lot of things that was stereotypical, but then I understood as to, what was in me was something different. Rebel in me.
Good. But as life takes its own course, we we try to learn and unlearn so many things. So when we talk of achieving success, two really important things are, one is the vision of seeing invisible opportunities. And the second is the mission of solving these, what we call as impossible. What do you think are the essential ingredients for a successful life?
Well, I think I can relate to the same what you mentioned about what Swami Vivekananda said. It's patience, perseverance, and positive mindset. Of course, there's one more thing, that never give up attitude. I think it is one thing that will take us a long way, because every time we fall down, we lose that confidence as to can we keep the next step. But in life also, of course, there are a lot of challenges that come in. So every day when we pray God, when I pray God, I would say, God, I would never say, God, don't give me challenges. I would say, God, give me the strength to overcome these challenges. Of course, challenges are a part of life. So I think that mindset will take an individual to a long way ahead.
That's perfect. Perfect. And one thing which I would love to add here also, one must respect one rule, and that is be honest to yourself.
So,
Never lie to yourself.
Mm.
And you must trust that you can do so many things. As we, at the start, we said, trusting your own capabilities. And that's what would invariably lead you to a successful path. Normally, when people talk to themselves and they don't talk about their inner soul, they don't talk to their inner soul or to their divinity. All that we talk about is the mundane aspects of our day-to-day life. So when you talk to yourself, what is that you would love to address?
First thing I would say, I have a lot of gratitude. So every day when I'm done with my day, I have a gratitude journal. That may sound a little silly because I talk to my diary. I can see, when I'm writing, it is just a lot of gratitude that I have this day. I've had this day with satisfaction. Of course, I would want to achieve more, I would want to be more, but what I am today, I must honor that first.
Correct. Lovely, beautifully said, So everything that we experience in our lives, in this journey of our lives, has a value. And it also has a learning lesson which is hidden within. There are moments when we are really happy, joyous, but there would be moments which would be stormy and emotional. So how do you handle them, and what is your antidote to it?
Well, I would say, see, joy, sorrow, happiness, sadness is an emotion. It's based on the situation. It's not your true self. What is my true self? My true self is staying neutral. I wouldn't be extremely happy, joyful for a situation. I wouldn't be extremely depressed or sad for a situation. So whatever life throws at me, I would maintain a balance. I would be happy for sure. I would not be, they would say, exciting is fine, but over the top for something that has happened. Yes, I have won the crown, I'm happy, I'm feeling so good about it. Yes, of course, but there's a balance to happiness and sadness, so I neutralize it. And of course, the for me go to place would be nature. Any place with a lot of nature, I would definitely, that recommend go to a seashore or go to a hill or forest, somewhere where there's no one. Just unwind, reflect on what has happened, and then move on. I think that's what I follow.
That's the beautiful Smitha. The beauty within. It reminds me of a Persian poet, Rumi, and he said, what hurts you actually blesses you. What
Absolutely.
hurts you actually blesses you. So the darkness is your candle.